Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 10 Japanese destroyer Shimakaze. She has 6 127mm guns, 15 torpedoes, 33 AA defense rating, a surface detect of 5.9 kilometers, top speed 39 knots, total health 21,900. For my modules, reduced crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, improved torpedo rearm, reduced the chance of flood and fire, improved acceleration, concealment. For my commander, basic firing training, last stand, superintendent, improved survivability, and concealment again. We are on the map Warrior's Path, and I have not one, but 2 games in the Shimakaze using the Type F3 torpedoes. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, about 3 patches, maybe 4 patches ago, they introduced a shorter range, faster rearm torpedo system. And I honestly don't know that I've had a game in the Shimakaze shared on the channel since that change. I certainly haven't been using them, but I made a conscious effort to try them out, and here is what they play like. Now, by default, they have an 8-kilometer range, a really fast rearm, relative compared to the other torpedo sets. It's to encourage you to risk your ship versus the super long range that were once a part of the Shimakaze's kit. In this particular battle, I head directly towards A. I have one of the best concealments in the game. There's only a couple that have hundreds of meters. We're talking hundreds of meters difference. I believe either the Fubuki, the Kagero, one of those has a 5.4 kilometer range detection, and we run into an enemy Benson. Interesting. Now, my torpedoes are up. In a normal version of the Shimakaze, maybe the default torpedo systems, or even the second one, they wouldn't be available yet. They would probably still be rearming. So I send them in a wide spread against the Benson, and I drop behind smoke. I didn't make it 100% obvious I sent torpedoes. I did it rather quickly, and he wasn't aware. We take him out. A single torpedo is all we needed. We get devastating strike, first blood, and I was able to stay inside the capture. It could not have gone better for me in that instance. The Benson just didn't expect the torpedo systems to be right there. He almost reacted in time. Not quite. Not quite. And we only needed one. I was surprised we only needed one. He sent his torpedoes, but they're not going to hit us. We planned for this. We angled away, very neutral. I didn't want to use my gun systems, and that is the first sign that you might be in trouble. If a destroyer refuses to use their gun systems in the initial moments of the match, you know they've probably sent torpedoes. But we're good. We took A. Enemies are clogged between A and B. It seems like their strategy was go for A and go for B. Well, we clogged that all up, right? We screwed it all up. And I'm so happy I was able to screw up their strategy. So, we got 20 seconds left on our torpedoes. A normal torpedo system would probably have 40 seconds left. That is the advantage of these torpedoes. Now, you might have noticed I don't have the improved torpedo rearm. That is the level 2 skill. Oh, another Shimakaze. Alright, well, this guy's pretty brazen. He was coming directly for us. And I have my torpedoes again. So I'm going to make him decide. Either he's going to run through the island, run right into my torpedoes, or he's going to pop his smoke and sit there. So I'm going to send against his last position. I figure he's going to come to a complete stop there. It should work. It should not. I don't need to use my smoke, though. In fact, I don't have smoke to use. I'm trying to give ground. And he basically paused just long enough where my torpedo systems are irrelevant for him. The advantage of the Japanese, though, is that their strongest gun systems are facing the rear. So in a retreat, they're doing about 66%, give or take, repeating right. Yeah, anyone know Leroy? Yeah, everyone knows. Either way, we're doing good damage, running away. He does knock out our propulsion, but again, we have last stand. And I'm going to continue to fire on his ship until he decides to do something other than what he's doing. And we're getting good shots on him. Now, he's about 5 seconds away. 6 seconds. And again, using dynamic camera or the dynamic crosshair, you need to consider the speed. Are they going to predict the shot? That sort of thing. it's much more heady gameplay when you're firing on a destroyer, and boy is he on fire. That aged beef is going to be charbroiled, hopefully, and burned to a crisp in a second. We're trying to take him out, and is my eyes deceiving me? Did it just look like he was going back into A rather than retreating and cutting his losses? He is! Why would you go back into A? I'm not some young pup. I know exactly what to do here. We're going to aggressively push into him. I have teammates who can see him and fire on him clearly. I don't know why you would do this. He's risking his ship. The team has already suffered a lot of losses. You need to cut and try and be unpredictable in a destroyer. So we're just going to push forward. I am risking my ship, of course. I'm trying to tell. Okay, there he is. He only has 2,900 hit points. And we fire on him. I do angle. He knocks out one of my torpedo systems. That's unfortunate, but we're going to continue to do damage to him. I just want to get him dead. I don't really care how much damage I take. And he is dead. We don't get the kill, but he's dead. I decide to use my damage control, of course. And we've got a couple aircraft in the sky. AA system is turned off. You don't really want it on by default for the Japanese. It doesn't really do anything except detect your ship. We're detected. We're falling off the detection any second now. There we go. Secondaries are coming. Enemy Iowa fires on us. He has AP. A lot of overpin. We're still alive. Okay, he still wants to go after us. Okay, if you think you're hard enough, buddy, come in close proximity to my torpedo systems. That's what I thought. He's going to use the island. He is one of the two. I believe the Montana as well has aircraft. We see a Curtis. Curtis is an American aircraft. Another Curtis. Okay, yeah, they're Americans. So we're going to be detected, but we're on the other side of the island. Not a real big deal. All the enemy destroyers are taken out. The only visible enemy ships have no line of sight. I don't really care if they see me. I want him to react to me. Maybe he's going to not go to the left side of that island because he's going to read it as a possible attack for me. You got to get into their mind as a destroyer captain, and it's so much fun to be this aggressive this early on and decide the match for everyone. Now, I saw that there was a New Orleans. He was pretty low, and maybe I should send my torpedoes against him. But he is going in the center of the map. It's very aggressive. He's going to die. And I decide, you know what? Maybe the Iowa figures I'm going to try and go after the New Orleans. I am going to keep my torpedoes. Now, not a lot of people would do that. And I'm also going to wait for the aircraft to go overhead. Not a lot of people would consider the double thought there. A lot of people just do what they're supposed to do and move on. But I also didn't really need to do anything to that New Orleans. He killed himself by his choice. The Iowa, on the other hand, he's behind the island for most of the targets that could engage him. And the game's basically over. So we need to play for a kill. We need to get the last kill. There's only one kill left in the game. So the torpedoes are on target. I decide to fire. Maybe he'll think for a split second that he can engage me. And we take 1 torpedo damage, 2 torpedo damages we do, 3 torpedoes. We do more damage on the enemy Zhao. We almost kill the Zhao as well. We probably would have killed the Zhao as well if there wasn't only 5 points left in the match. We kill the Iowa. And just like that, first blood, devastating strike, 2 kills, 7 torpedoes made contact, 109,000 points of damage done, 2,599 base XP. And yeah, we almost killed the Zhao. All of our damage is in torpedoes, of course, as it should be. The rearm cycle, you really felt it. It's pretty nice. Now, you got to get closer to the enemy than you would probably like to be, but you put out a lot of damage, and they have to be aware of you. So this isn't the only game. This was a very quick game, and you saw how quickly it spiraled out of control for the enemy if they committed to a strategy that we blew up. This next game is on the map Sea of Fortune, and this is from the stream. It was an interesting map, a little cat and mouse. And you find yourself in that. If a good destroyer captain exists in the match, and they are a US or a Soviet, oh boy, you gotta be careful. They should hunt you down and just annihilate you. That's what I do. But Obviously, I don't want them to do that to me because I'm the Shimakaze in this match. So we're headed towards C. Makes sense, right? We got a couple friendly destroyers. Enemy gearing. I don't want anything to do with the gearing. And he's slowing down. Okay. Well, he's probably going to be stationary in the smoke. Any second now, we're reloaded. Remember, you could not do this with any other Shimakaze torpedoes. I believe the medium range has about 10 more seconds you need to rearm, and the extended range, the default range that comes with them, you have to wait another 10 seconds on top of the medium. So you couldn't be aggressive with your torpedo systems, get this close, send them against them. I obviously filled the area full of torpedoes trying to hit the gearing in a smoke. Oh, I think we nicked him. I think we got him. 2 torpedoes. We hit 2 torpedoes. Now, I don't know if that is a single target. I don't know how he could survive. Either way, he's going to be out of action for most of the engagement. You don't want to see anyone if you've taken 21,000 points of damage, and I don't see a single target other than the gearing that could have potentially taken that target. He's just lucky he's still alive. I don't know how he survived. He's got to have the survivability expert, the level 4 skill. So he's sacrificing a little bit of DPS, a little bit of range, for a little bit more survivability. And paid off there, right? He's still in the match. Barely. Teammates can capture C. It doesn't look like anyone's there. And I felt like the Udaloy is shadowing me. So on stream, I'm talking about, oh, I'm going to go for C. I'm going to go for C. That's what I'm going to go for. And I'm actually going for B, hoping that he's not paying attention. It just felt like he was shadowing me, right? He's just in the right spot to find me. And he's found me. He's chasing after me. I have the smoke. But once I leave the smoke, he's probably going to be detecting me. Yep, there he is. And oh boy, he's not the only one. Shimakaze is also in the area, and I just need to leave as fast as possible, be as neutral as possible. Don't run it into any islands. We gotta run the border. We gotta be so close to the islands. Oh, please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. The Udaloy is not continuing his pursuit. The Shimakaze has popped his smoke. He is sitting there. Again, I would not be able to be this aggressive with the torpedo rearm of the medium or the long range. They just take too long. I would have to wait and wait and wait. And I don't like waiting. So I left the area. The enemy is still there. He has just left the area. At least that's what it looked like. He sent his torpedoes. I sent mine. Since he's left the area, I'm probably not going to hit him. He made the right call. If you ever see a target, just be careful. Just assume that destroyer has sent their torpedoes. We lose the friendly Udaloy at A. The enemy Khabarovsk. Oh boy. I don't want nothing to do with you, boy. And neither should you if you're a Japanese destroyer captain. No, no, no. Nope, nope, nope. If you want to die quickly, just get in range of that thing. It will kill you so fast. You will wish you were in a different destroyer. You wish you never queued into that game. That's how fast a Khabarovsk is going to kill you. So it appears the enemies have tried to go capture B. Now, I can't really tell if it's more than one. I think it's only one. The smoke is still there, so my assumption is that the enemy has returned to hide in the smoke. And the Khabarovsk, last known position, was heading south. Maybe he's going to go through the gap in between A and B point. And my torpedoes are almost back up. This is what I'm talking about. When I get torpedo rearm, I'm very close, by the way. I'm about half a skill point. The Udaloy has went back inside of B. That's interesting. I still think he's shadowing me. I just have that feeling that this guy has the stream on at the time. So I'm going to try and manipulate that to my advantage. We get 3K. That's not bad. And minimize the time I am visible to the enemy. If I was him, I would bail, bail, bail. I would go out towards A point right now. That's the only way he's going to survive. I'm going to be quite honest with you right now. I'm a pretty good shot. I feel pretty confident in hitting the target. Well, we nicked him. And he is indeed looking our way, even though that should not be his focus. His focus should be bailing out. And he's dead. So, karma pays off. You shouldn't try and use information that you gain from a stream, and it felt like it. You know, you can say you're wrong, okay. It just felt like he was shadowing me too much. He knew too much about what I was doing. How was he supposed to know I'm still in the area? There was clearly a destroyer on his eastern flank that could engage him, yet his guns were looking almost near me. And you can notice the Hobodovsk on the left side of the screen. He is headed this way. I'm very scared. I noticed there's an enemy battleship as well. And there is also an enemy cruiser, the enemy Rune. And, yeah, I don't want anything to do with those three. Those three combined would just destroy me. But I would like to torpedo something. I haven't torpedoed anything for a while. The enemy gearing, I believe that we engaged at the beginning of the match, still undetected. And I believe he's still alive. So he has done a good job in being effective, even though he's low health. Yes, there is the Iowa. Okay. He will be within range. I send my torpedoes. Sorry for the little choppiness there. I send my torpedoes with the expectation that maybe he's going to turn north and have a broadside. I know he has some sort of read that he's being detected by a ship that he does not see. All the other friendly ships are behind islands. He should not have been detected when he was, in his mind. There's nothing I can really say other than that. There's not anything that would tell me he has stream information. No, this is what you're supposed to do. If you come around an island and you're immediately detected and you don't see any other big ship, you're probably being detected by a destroyer. Just really pay attention to line of sight, islands, smoke, all of that. You can get a really great picture. Also use your mini-map in your detection range. You can get a great picture with a pretty good estimation where the enemy could potentially be. So I don't want the Hobodovsk, obviously. The enemy Iowa moved away from the torpedoes, not going to hit him. The enemy cruiser's also going behind the island. Enemy Shimakaze is detected in the center, and I'm about to run into the Izumo. I don't want to run into him. I want him to get as safety as he could. Now, I could potentially drop my smoke. That is something I could have done. Unfortunately, there are a lot of targets that can see the... Whoa, that guy died really quick. There are a lot of targets that can see the friendly battleship. You have to be 100% confident that you are denying line of sight to all enemy targets if you decide to use your smoke for that friendly ship. There's no way he could stop in time to sit in it. It was going to be purely blocking line of sight. Don't waste your smoke unless you have pre-communication with a friendly battleship in that situation. It's much better if I can take a point from the enemy, deny them capture point, maybe force them to turn back and assist their team. And at this point, I was wondering, where is the Hobodovsk? Is he firing? It looks like he is, based on the communication. You see, for whatever reason, there is a dam blocking water, and the Hobodovsk is smoking in the dam, and he can't see any excrement. I don't understand what he's trying to communicate, but we're going to assume that the Hobodovsk is firing his guns in the smoke, and he cannot detect the enemy as he's firing. Yeah, I know. I hope people enjoy me just trying to be as clean as possible. So, we're going to capture B. There is still one more unidentified destroyer, and it's that gearing. That gearing has never been detected outside of that first encounter. He is still sitting very low, probably, and the Hobodovsk. So we're pretty safe. We're pretty safe with the opponent's possible attack strategy. So I'm going to send against the enemy Ibuki, who apparently is giving prostate exams. That's pretty exciting. And unfortunately, the aircraft flies right overhead the torpedoes. So I think he has seen them, and I feel like they're narrow enough that he can't avoid it. It's going to be close, but no, he's able to avoid it just enough. But wait! Did he overcorrect? I think he overcorrected. Yeah, The combat wombat. He's super low, just enough health. He's the one who took 2,100. Are we going to hit the Iowa as well? Are we going to... We hit the Iowa as well. We barely missed the double strike there. I don't know how. It must have been a second. I can't believe the enemy made that huge critical mistake in that moment. And a game where we looked like we were going to be behind, we are now ahead. The Gearing, the Ibuki, and the Iowa all died within 10 seconds. It had to be 10 seconds. So we're doing real good. We're doing real good. Plus, we have a base capture advantage. So now we've got the Iowa, the Rune, and we have the Khabarovsk. Those are the remaining enemies out there. My torpedoes will absolutely be up to engage the target. And again, I'm sorry for the hitchiness. I really am. I want it to be as clean as possible. This is the early stage of streaming as well as capturing this. This game was fun, and that's why I wanted to share it. And that's why I kept bringing it up. Hey, the Shimakaze game, it's good. You want to see it? You want to see it? Yeah. Yeah, I want to see it. Can you show it? Yeah, I'm sorry it took so long. I just have so much stuff to do. And it's all for you, hopefully. Hopefully, someone was like, production? How big is your production team? It's one. It's me. I try and make it look as slick as possible. But it is just me right now. So the enemies, they're bunching up. The Khabarovsk, he has sustained pretty good damage. I still don't think I could take him. No, I don't think I could take the general. I think I would die very quickly. So the next best thing is protecting the teammate's flank. The one who's trying to capture A point. And the Khabarovsk is firing. He's confident. He's detected, though. I have my smoke. This could be the advantage I need. I fire on his ship, and his guns were not trained on me, but this could give us a little bit of damage. Just a touch. Not enough to really matter. And then the island absorbs some more. Okay, he's down to 7,000. It looks like he might actually run into an area where the torpedoes might be. Oh, the friendly Khabarovsk is going after it. Okay, we just got to help him. I'm going to back up and fire my guns. He can't fire at both of us, and I just want to overwhelm this guy for my teammate. Help him get the kill. Come on. He's popping his smoke. He's trying to hide. We're trying to lead him in the right direction. And we got the last kill. Did our teammate survive? Please, teammate, survive! Survive! No, he's dead. No! Okay, well, it's 2 versus 2, and the enemies are all the way away from the points. In order to take one of the points and give themselves a chance to win the game, they would need to go past this opening. And I think I'm going to use this to my advantage. The friendly cruiser is keeping the Iowa spotted, and yes, that's a tactical Notser, okay? You want to beep, 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 get as slow as possible, or stop your speed as possible so you can go in reverse, and that's what we did there. The enemy Iowa is going south, though. And, oh, he's turning away. What is he doing? Where is he getting that information? How does he know I'm right there? It could be intuition. I really hope that's all it is. He shouldn't have immediately turned away. Where is he going to be? Where is he going to be? The friendly cruiser is not detecting him. This is very dangerous. He could come out of nowhere. Oh man, I really wish I had more information here. I don't need to do anything though. I just need to stall him. Where are you, Iowa? And I'm on stream going crazy. He's going to come through here. He has to. And there we are. We're detected. He's going to, show up. Okay, he's 5.7 kilometers away. His guns were looking directly at me. I don't really like that. I don't really like that. Is it a coincidence? Maybe. Maybe it's a coincidence. A huge coincidence. I send my torpedoes. I try and spread them out so he can't avoid them all. He can't absolutely avoid them all. No way he can avoid them all. I think he's avoided them all. And I did some mortal sin that no destroyer captain should ever do. I gave him a fully smoked in area of the map where he can just rush in there and use it to his advantage. So I have to bail. I have to give ground absolutely 100%. If I stayed in the smoke, he would just push me out. I don't have anything. My torpedoes are gone. He's probably going for the smoke right now. And oh yes he is. Yes he is. He is going for the smoke. He's pretty squeamish though. Looks like he's very, very cautious. He doesn't know exactly what's going on. I'll continue to give ground. I have no idea where this cruiser is. What did he do? Where could the cruiser absolutely be? There's no way he's out there. Why would he go out there? Can't go over there. Yeah, they're blind firing in the smoke. Oh, this is funny. This is really funny. Only an idiot would stay in that smoke without your torpedoes. You don't do that. I mean, I have nothing to answer him. He could ram me, and I could do nothing. Oh, there he is. The enemy cruiser went all the way around the island. Oh, went straight through the island, and the island was blocking my line of sight the entire time. Okay. Well, we won that game. We got 4 kills. We got a devastating strike. 2,337 base XP. The Baltimore, who was alive, also did a good job. The Havoc did a great job for the enemy team. It's too bad he was on the losing side. And all my damage is in torpedoes. Not that much, but I think we did a good job to help our team win the game. I hope you enjoyed seeing both of these Shimakaze games. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.